We are back. Welcome to 2021, new year. Same dark corner of the studio. I thought like maybe it would. No, it's still here in the corner. That's where we belong here on this digital news update. A dingy corner with the corner of a Christmas tree. You know, what are you going to do? I took the whole budget for myself. Sorry. Maybe sometime this year. I don't know. Maybe you guys like this. You like me in the corner. I mean, this is where we are here. It's like there's, you know, this is it. Welcome to the big time, the morning update. You ready for your weather? This is how Minnesota we are. Yesterday, it was about the same, right? 36, sunny. Nice day. I'm sitting by the fire at a friend's backyard, and we took our coats off. Like, man, it sure is nice. And the rest of the country is like, you people are nuts. 36? I don't know, it felt really good, didn't it? The sun felt good. This could be nice again this afternoon. It's foggy out there right now. It'll clear. And it should be a fine day. Way above average, right? Average for this time of year is about 24. So enjoy it. Let's talk about this. We are 4 days into 2021. Did you make resolutions? Are you a resolutions person? 4 days in, you're probably still sticking with it, right? If you are resolving to do something different this year. You know, maybe the weekend you were like, this is how I make resolutions. 2021, I'm going to eat healthier. Well, not this weekend. I mean, it's the weekend. It's New Year's weekend. Like, I'm not going to eat healthier yet. But Monday, and then I'm going to start next Monday, probably. Want to give myself a week to kind of ease into it. All right, let's see some of the resolutions. Career site Zippia, they took a look at Google search trends from this time last year. So this is ripped from the headlines. Is this from no. Therapy, Minnesota, #1. Popular New Year's resolution. You know, I think it's a good idea for everyone to get therapy, so that's a positive thing. In Wisconsin, they're saying vacation, because let's be real, if you live in Wisconsin, you're like, I gotta get the heck out of here. I'm just kidding. Wisconsin people are so sensitive. Like, whenever I make a Wisconsin joke, people lose their mind. Yeah. And now our producer, who is from La Crosse, is sensitive about being called sensitive. Just get over it. I lived in Wisconsin for 3 years. I went to college there for 4. It's a great state. Very sensitive. Very sensitive. Okay, what are you resolving to do in 2021? Or, because the pandemic, is this a year where you say, like, I don't know that this is the year to make any pronouncing resolutions? Let us know what you're thinking. Leave your comment on the WCCO TV Facebook page. We'll share some in just a moment. Athletes around the state get back to the training routine today, although let's be real. If you're a high school athlete, it's not like you've been sitting around since November. At least I hope not, because your coach is going to kick your butt today if you show up a month and a half out of shape. 10 days of practice to kind of shake that rust out before games get going on the 14th. The governor paused sports. Stated goal, slow the spread of COVID-19. There are rules about this. Teams have to train in pods, which can't exceed 25 players. There will be staggered game times, no concessions, no spectators allowed at practices, to which coaches say, thank God, those annoying moms and dads won't be micromanaging my practice. And then a new rule about masks. Players will have to wear one during training and games. Only exceptions are wrestling, gymnastics, cheer, obviously swimming and diving. It'll be an adjustment, at the very least, for the state student athletes, but they've been adjusting since the pandemic started.
Even if we only get to play a limited amount of games, it's good to be back.
I really just got to take advantage of what I've been given. You know, like, as I was saying before, none of this was guaranteed in the start. So now that I know that we have a season, wearing masks or not, we just got to go out there, and if it's a mask and you got to wear it, put on the mask.
Minnesota bar owner facing a possible 5-year suspension of her liquor license for staying open for indoor service. And she says, look, I know the risk. I don't care. Lisa Hansen owns the Interchange in Albert Lea. The interchange has already faced a temporary restraining order, a 60-day suspension of its liquor license. Hansen says she believes the state is unlawfully enforcing an unlawful executive order. And so this really isn't about fighting for her business. She says it's really about fighting for the principle of this.
It's a time for us patriots to rise up and to, in a peaceful way, of course, and to say, hey, enough is enough.
Hansen organized a protest in Albert Lea yesterday. You can see about 150 to 200 people showed up to march. Big news in the early morning hours. The very first Oxford University AstraZeneca vaccine has been just jammed into some guy's shoulder. Here's the lucky dude who gets to be on camera all over the world. You, sir, have been vaccinated.
Hi.
He's first, dialysis patient. It's cool, right? Yeah, those moments are still exciting to see, I think. Also today in the U.S., people who were first to get the Pfizer vaccine are due for their second dose. But really, lots of questions this morning about why so few people have been vaccinated. The goal was to get it into the arms of 20 million Americans by the end of 2020, but only 4.2 million people have gotten the shots in Minnesota. The latest number I saw was about 45,000 people have been vaccinated, and the state has received almost 300,000 vaccines. So lots of questions. We'll expect more information on this today as to at least the state's explanation as to why this has been so slow. The state has the vaccines. Why aren't they getting to people who need them? We don't know, and we'll be looking for answers to that. Starting today, a key way out of downtown Minneapolis into, I don't know if you're headed towards like the University of Minnesota or Northeast Minneapolis. That route is going to be closed, and for good reason. The 3rd Avenue Bridge, kind of a, it's not the prettiest bridge, right? The Hennepin Avenue Bridge is beautiful architecturally. The Stone Arch Bridge is the key pedestrian kind of bicycle route. And this is just kind of an old, 100 years old, functional bridge, but only marginally functional. So they're shutting it down through November of 2022. When it reopens, it'll have brighter lights, safer bicycling and walking paths, and best of all, it won't be in jeopardy of collapsing because it's 100 years old and falling apart. Both President Trump and President-elect Joe Biden will be campaigning in Georgia today. Boy, Georgia just the center of the political universe because the double Senate runoff election tomorrow. In Georgia, you have to get 50% of the vote, 50 point, whatever, more than 50% to win. And so there's a runoff. And so we'll see if the Republicans win, they control the U.S. Senate. If the Democrats win both, it'll be a 50-50 tie. And, of course, Democrats have the White House, so Vice President Kamala Harris will be the tiebreaker. All of this coming against the backdrop of this phone call that was released between President Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State. And by released, I mean leaked. Someone recorded it, leaked it to the Washington Post. You hear the president pressuring the Secretary of State to overturn the election results.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Please raise your right hand.
CBS News obtained that copy of the tape. Lawmakers scheduled to certify the election results on Wednesday, ratifying Joe Biden's victory. Here's a group of 12 senators, including Ron Johnson, the senator from Wisconsin. They have said they will oppose the Electoral College results, protesting in President Trump's favor. President Donald Trump also awarding the Medal of Freedom to 2 congressmen who defended him during the impeachment hearings. California Representative Devin Nunes will receive the Medal of Freedom. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio will receive that honor next week. Final episodes of Jeopardy, hosted by the late Alex Trebek, will air this week, starting tonight. 5 episodes. The first includes a message from Trebek about the season of giving. Final episode will include a tribute to the iconic host, Alex Trebek, dying of pancreatic cancer in November. He was 80 years old. This is just another chapter in the ongoing controversy over Prince's estate. Prince, who died, no will. And so this whole thing has been just, the worst kind of dispute between family members, between music executives, and now the IRS is arguing, saying that the administrators of the estate undervalued it by 50%, amounting to about $80 million. There's always this dance in estates, right, where the people running the estate are like, it's not worth that much. The IRS saying Prince's estate is worth $163.2 million, almost twice what Comerica Bank and Trust, the estate's administrator, has said. The discrepancy primarily involves Prince's music publishing and recording interest. Star Tribune reporting this in their Sunday paper. Court documents showing the IRS believes that Prince's estate owes another $32.4 million in federal taxes. So that about doubles the tax bill based on Comerica's valuation. In fact, the IRS said this undervaluation was so egregious, they slapped a fine on the estate for it. So we'll see what comes out of that. Back to today's talker, New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is to accurately value my estate to the IRS. Just a little shy of $100 million. My estate currently is worth about $47, I think. All right, here we go. Judy. Judy, we appreciate you. Judy is a frequent viewer of the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. She plans to continue to reach out to family and friends more often, get together and encourage them in 2021. That's a great resolution, right? To be more encouraging. I like that. Andrea Spencer, not anymore. I know I'm not good at enforcing routine. Even when I did make resolutions, they were never specific enough to make any progress. Thanks, Andrea. Here's Leanne. Oh, boy, we all could use this advice, right? My resolution to offer more grace to people. Boy, wouldn't the world be a better place if people assumed best intentions? Now, people can prove you wrong, but if you start from that point, I don't know, it's a lot more pleasant to go through life. Joanne, read more books. Yes, I'm with you on that, Joanne. Practice patience. Yep, it does take practice. Annette, work out at home, get more sleep, get my vaccine, then back to the gym. I like it. I think 2021 does have a lot of these there's a lot of hope, right? Diana Peterson, I don't make resolutions if I can't make a decision without a specific date. It isn't important enough to keep. Thanks, Diana. Heather, ride my horse 750 miles out on the trails. Rode just shy of 500. Man, how great is that, Heather? Good luck to you this year. Becca says small short-term goals are easier to achieve. It's true. As long as you keep setting those goals, I think that's good. What I like about the practice of resolution is there is something powerful about taking a moment and saying, like, all right, let's take stock. And whether you do that on January 15th or January 1, it doesn't really matter. But there is some power in doing it, right? Gretchen says, I resolve to clear out stuff each week from my house that I don't use. Decluttering. Yeah, declutter your house, declutter your mind, all of that coming together. Thank you guys for your, one more, Maggie May. Maggie, thank you. We'll show it. Save more money, eat healthier, exercise more, and write more. Maggie, turning 30 this year. Your 30s are going to be the best, Maggie. Don't listen to the people who say, like, oh, say goodbye to your 20s. Man, the 30s are a terrific. So much change and growth happens in your 30s. New decade, new you. Go get it. Go get it, all of you. It's Monday, 2021. First CBSN Minnesota Morning Update is in the books. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back here. Don't worry, like this super positive Jason isn't going to be with you all year. The smart aleck will be back tomorrow.